Henry was the most elite assassin I'd ever seen. He carried only a single bullet on each mission, yet completed every job flawlessly. His latest target was on a high-speed train over 2 kilometers away, traveling at 500 kilometers per hour. To avoid any mishaps during the operation, Henry even licked his finger before taking aim, as he focused on the target on board, ready to take action. A little girl suddenly blocked his line of sight. He immediately adjusted his position. Just before the train entered a tunnel, the bullet precisely shattered the glass. After deftly packing up his weapon, Henry promptly vacated the scene. Once the mission was complete, his partner brought photos from the site. He praised Henry's consistently excellent marksmanship, but Henry was clearly dissatisfied with his performance this time. As he aged, his skills were no longer as sharp as in his youth. Previously, he could lock onto targets with pinpoint accuracy, but this time there was actually a deviation. If he had been off by 15 more centimeters, the innocent girl beside the target would have been forever lost on that train. Therefore, Henry decided to retire early. Simultaneously, the CIA also received news of his retirement and dispatched someone to try to retain him. But Henry had made up his mind and declined without hesitation. Afterwards, Henry went to the marina to refuel his blimp before meeting a longtime friend he hadn't seen in ages. However, when he arrived at the counter to pay, he discovered the attendant was an unfamiliar young woman. With an agent's vigilance, Henry feigned composure and inquired about what happened to the previous attendant. The girl said he had retired. Perhaps it was the sincerity in her response, but Henry didn't probe further. He paid and left. On the yacht, his friend warned Henry to be extra cautious lately, because his last mission target had actually been a high-level biologist, not the criminal the intelligence agency claimed. The man believed the agency had falsified the target's information, deliberately concealing it. There must be a bigger secret behind it. He gave Henry the informant's address, unaware that their conversation that day had already been intercepted by the agency through a listening device. On the way back, Henry noticed an abnormality with the yacht's fuel gauge. He vigilantly checked and unexpectedly found a bug. He immediately thought of the female attendant from earlier. Returning to the marina, Henry confronted her. The girl pretended to be oblivious, jokingly fiddling with the bug he handed over.